Hello, my creative peeps, and happy Saturday to you, or whatever day you may happen to be watching this on. I hope you're having a fantastic one. This is Creative Week 65. I don't know if I just said that or not, but it's been one of those days, so bear with me. I have coffee here, but it went cold, and I have not got up to reheat it yet, so yeah. I started off this week by catching up on some pen pal journaling in my mammoth journal. Yeah, this is some mail from Katya, who is fair in art on both Instagram and she has a YouTube channel, but I'm not quite sure if that's her name on there. She doesn't post very often, but I will leave her link below for you because she makes amazing mail art, and her next reply is on its way to me. So super excited for that, but I'm finally getting around to journaling the bits that she sent me last. Yeah, one of my pen pals, Jillian, is making me another pen pal journal because she is super sweet and knows that I do not have the time. So thank you for that, Jillian. I can't wait to receive that when she's finished with it and move on into it. This thing is way past alligator stage, so she's ready to retire for sure. She's tired. So yeah. Katya sent me a bunch of eyeballs because she knows I love eyes and she's amazing. And she also sent me this cool bag that she sewed out of like a telephone book page, which I thought was super cool. I have not seen that done before, so. And since I used a envelope from a letter that I'm going to journal in a different project, I needed somewhere to put the actual like written letter from my pen pal Jamie, so I'm going to slip it in this envelope when I'm done. So yeah, pretty excited about that. I'm just decorating with things that Katya sent me. She sent me some labels, and the little envelope there has her note to me in it, and she decorates the envelopes very nicely, so I cut part of that out and put that on there. Now, I do have to say that the Tombow mono glue is growing on me. We're not besties yet, but I'm starting to like it a little more. So, yeah. And this is me going through my fiber scraps bucket thing. I have these giant paper clips, and I wanted to kind of, well, there you go, have it stick out from the bag so that I knew that something was in there that I could pull out, and it worked out pretty well, so I was pretty happy with that. And then I'm just going through the things that Jamie sent me, and she spoils me rotten, like absolutely rotten, you guys. She sent me this pouch and everything, which I'm now using as my current ephemera organizer, so thank you for that. And yeah, just kind of going through stuff, putting it away as I use it. I do have to say my organization is a lot less messy now that I'm just putting my pen pal stuff that I get in with my regular stash. Yeah, it's just, I'm so happy that I decided to do that. And nobody's called me out on sending them anything they sent me back yet, so I don't know if I have done it, of course, but you guys know that is something I worry about. Sorry, I got like a bubble in my throat. That was weird. So I'm using this sale tag and some more fiber scraps to create a little tag just to write the name on it. And she sent me this cute pirate sticker, so I put that on there because I can. And I'm I'm just writing the month. I have no idea at this point what date I got those things on, so I just wrote the month that I think I received them in and called it good. And now moving on to my regular journal. I am trying to finish this journal up by the end of June so that I can start in July in my pirate journal, which you'll see in a little bit. But I have little bags that I store off-season ephemera in. So like I have one for fall/Halloween, one for like Christmas time, and then like a summer one. And I totally forgot about the summer one, guys, until like the other day, which is crazy because summer is the only thing that gets me through the other 3 seasons here in Maine of cold. Like I live for summer, literally. And it's almost July. Like it's going to be July 4th next week or the week after next week. Yeah. And my brain hasn't even registered that it's summer yet. We've been having like super weird weather. It's like summer for 2 days and then it's like spring and kind of cold and dark and wet for like 3 or 4 days. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I'm not super happy about it, but there's nothing I can do because that's Mother Nature's decision. So anyway, the whole point was I used that card from that stash to journal my smoothie bowls on because #still obsessed. And then I'm documenting my cover that I got for my my planner, which you'll see when I show you my planner for next month in more detail. So just journaling about that with the business card. I had printed some of the photos off on my Polaroid zip printer. If you want to know what I print my photos with, you can check the description box below. I also have like a list of my favorite papers and some of my favorite supplies for you guys to check out. So if you have a question, don't forget to check the description box first. Really just playing photo catch up here. Like just trying to stick photos on that they're super out of order by now, but they all happened this month, I think. So I'm just trying to stick the photos on there because I don't want like a whole page, but I need to write and get this journal done. So, and I have fun working in it anyway. I've been really like not writing a lot lately and just doing like photo collages. Like photo collages are my life in general, but I've been like hitting them hard recently and not doing so much written journaling, which is not good. I need to get back to that. So I'm using some of the book paper that Katya sent me in my Happy Mail as a backdrop, and then this is me on a different day using my new paint pens. I bought some Posca paint pens. I have a black and a white one, and they are the only paint pens that I have like loved. They never let me down. Every other paint pen brand I've tried lets me down like all the time, but these ones are like we're good friends. So I decided to get some colored ones. I picked up the yellow, gray, emerald green, light blue, and lilac. So I was just starting them and swatching them out. And then took the black one to write what they were. I also picked up some stamps, which I decided to stamp out on this sheet here. And my new paint pens wouldn't fit in my paint pen drawer, and I can't take the drawer out, so I had to bring the whole like unit thing over. But I'm not going to make the drawer bigger or store them anywhere else. I decided to re-gift some of the ones that I'm not a super fan of to make room for the ones that I like. So I'm getting rid of my Jane Davenport paint over pens because I don't know, we're just not friends. I'm not really into them. So hopefully they'll go to somebody that can put them to better use than I. And here I'm just using this stamp set. This is by Diane Reevely. I will leave it linked in the description box below for you. But it had the tentacles, and I freaking love octopuses, and I love that the butterfly wings are separate, so had to get that. And then I pulled out my watercolor palette, which I always want to pull out but don't do very often, unfortunately, because I'm not really drawing anything lately. And I don't know why I don't pull it out for backgrounds. I don't know. Like, I've never had to fill a pan ever, which is sad because I love my watercolors. But anyway, so I just decided to color the images in. I think this is on like a Tomoe River paper. So I just picked orange and like this pinky color. I don't know why, maybe because it was like summery. And I'm just painting away. And I also wanted to bring the paint pens back into this, so I took the yellow one, and on the pink tentacles I made the section cups yellow with the paint pen. And this is another reason why I love them. This watercolor ain't even dry all the way because that's how patient I am. Not. And it still works. Didn't mess the pen up. Works fine. So love the Uni Posca paint pens, for sure, forever. And then I thought maybe I wanted to put a quote on there to kind of, excuse me, beg yawn, to finish the page off, but I couldn't find one that I felt was right, so I skipped that and I'll finish that page another day. So then my aunt found me this super freaking cool book, and it's meteorological, I can't talk today. Basically it's like the earth. What? Leanne, words, what is happening? Basically it's some planetary information records from like the early 1900s, I think, or late 1800s, probably the late 1800s. But the pages are a little too brittle to bind into books. I'm gonna try it and do that. But I thought it would be cool to make them into journaling cards. So I took some pages out and I cut out like the image part of the page, and then I took some black cardstock by Recollections. I tacky glued them in the center, and then I'm going to cut them out and stitch around the edges to make a more finished journal card look, which you'll see here shortly. But I decided to make quite a few of them because I want to send some to my July patrons, and I want to send some to my pen pals, and I want to put some in journals and ephemera packs. I'm still gonna have to make more because I didn't even sew enough of them, and some of them go awry, like the paper bubbles a little bit, I guess you could say, and then it doesn't stitch right and it rips and blah blah. So we had a few casualties, but yeah, super excited about those. And then I had these two ephemera pieces for my pirate journal. One of them is a photo that I printed from the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie, which was Dead Man Tell No Tales. I'm not selling it, so it's not a big deal, but it's going in my journal, so I wanted to stitch around that. And then I also wanted to stitch around this image that Jennifer sent me quite a while ago that I've been saving, so just gluing those on the paper as well, and just cutting around them so that I can dig my sewing machine out and make some cool cards. So there those are, and here they are all sewed. Oh, I also, why didn't I talk about this? I must have been talking about something else. I took a library card from my library card printables that you can find in my Etsy shop, and I found a like book plate photograph in one of the books that I took apart the other day. So I stitched around that, stitched to like the front and back library card together, stitched a tab on there, and glued this book plate on there. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with it or like where it's going. Of course it'll end up in a journal somewhere, but I just thought it looked really cool, and sometimes it's just fun to make stuff for no reason. So there's a close-up of that. It's so cool. I'm just like really into the strings right now. I might cut them off that tag though, because they're a little excessive just for a little tag. But, and then these are all of the little meteorological journal cards that I made. So they'll be really fun to write on the back of in white pen or stick photos on or whatever. Could put some like bright colored acrylic paint on the back or something. So can't wait to use those and share them with people. Now this is my pirate journal, and of course, as I told you, I'm prepping to start it in July, which is in a whole week. So I don't know what it is, but this journal doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel done. It doesn't feel ready for me to use. And I couldn't figure it out. And I think it's because it's just like, to me, it's only part of the journal that I want to create. It was just a way for me to make the journal more portable. So you're not going to see it in this video, but after, like just before I started filming this voiceover, I took the big hard book cover that I had originally prepped for my pirate journal, and I made it into like a traveler's notebook style. So I put elastic through, and I'm going to have this insert, and I made room for one more insert, which is going to be more like a siren pirate theme part, which is why I think it's missing. It's just not a complete thing. So the idea behind it is I will have a giant whole pirate cohesive thing that I want, but if I want it to be more portable and take it out and about with me, I can take one of the booklets out, whichever one I'm working in at the time, and take that with me to the beach or whatever, which I still have not been to except for that one time because it doesn't feel like summer. But anyway, so I'm just kind of was messing around with like ephemera and stuff because I had no idea what I wanted to do, and I ended up taking all the ephemera out, and I'm just going to put it in a pouch and use it as I go. I learned in my very first journal of the year that having the stuff clipped in doesn't really work for me because I don't use it that way. So I think having just a pile of it will be better. And I found these awesome pirate stickers at Hobby Lobby for like $2. So they're slightly juvenile, but not as juvenile as some of the other ones I found. So I snagged them and I cut it in half so that the sheet would fit. And I'm going to use it in the journaling of the journal. So yeah, this is the end, guys. I hope to show you more of my pirate journal and its final touches next week. But please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Thank you to my patrons for supporting me over on Patreon and allowing me to create videos for you guys for free still. So round of applause for them. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Take care, guys. Bye.